Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the start of the first game for the day. MATHESH and RAMANA take on Final Verdict. MATHESH and RAMANA have opted to field, having won the toss. Coming off a victory in the last game, winning via DLS. Final Verdict had a close loss, game that they should have won. It lost by 7 runs. Starts off with a full toss. It's played to mid-on for a single. Arvind takes strike, and 𝗙𝗂𝗃 the bowler. 𝗙𝗂𝗃 87 wickets, economy of 8. Rakesh Reddy and Arvind opening the batting. Rakesh Reddy, very good stats, 5,500 runs almost, an average of 35, 36. Arvind 3,000 runs with an average of almost 28. Flips that towards mid-on, takes a single. Played that back to the bowler, defended that time. Play and a miss outside the off stump. Keeper doesn't collect. Hands on heads. Not sure if they thought there was an edge there, but I don't think there was any. Beautiful day for cricket. We welcome you back to the Chartered Accountants Premier League Season 2, brought to you by MBL. Beautifully flicked that time, off his legs, the empty region between mid-wicket and square leg. Finished 2 runs. Will they come back for the third? No, they're happy with 2. Last ball of the first over coming up. Beautifully played, but no run on offer. The end of the first over, the score remains at 4 for no loss. MATHESH and RAMANA will be happy with that start, having won the toss. Just conceding 4 runs in that over. Very important when you win the toss and insert an opposition that you exercise some kind of control on the proceedings. We managed to do that in the first over. 𝗙𝗃𝗵, the next bowler, comes into the attack. 47 wickets in 92 matches, economy of 7. That's good economy rate in the format of the game. Bowling to Rakesh. Played that towards short third man. No run. Oh, that was a tight run. Short cover in position. And good calling between the batsmen there. Just one call. They managed to complete the single without too much risk. Played to point, no run on offer. Good backing up there. Two fielders lining up to cover that throw from point. Oh, keeper not having a good time there, but being backed up by the short third man fielder. It's been a very good start so far from MATHESH and RAMANA. 10 balls into the innings, just 5 runs on the board. Another one that's punched off the front foot. Throw comes in, very well backed up by the fielder there at mid wicket. Wadham mid-on. Change in field, third man comes into the circle, or rather point, deep point comes into the circle, mid-on drops back to long on. Beautifully bowled, played to short point. The end of the second over, just 6 runs on the board for final verdict. Table toppers final verdict so far, just having lost their last game. So it's a close one against 𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗃. They lost by 7 runs, a game that they should have won. They just made a few mistakes in their batting order there. Anyway, back to the action now. Change in bowling. 𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗃𝗃 into the attack. Right arm over the wicket. Starts off with an incoming ball. It's defended to short point. No run offer. 𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗃𝗃 213 wickets in 155 matches. 6.5 his economy. Phenomenal starts there for a fast bowler. A catching opportunity there, goes begging. Fielder at mid-on, mid-wicket rather, could not get under that. Fielder at mid-on circles around, keeps it down to 2 runs. An opportunity, an early opportunity goes begging. We'll take another look at that on the replay. Chipped it in the air, just going through the hands of the fielder there. Should have taken that catch. How expensive is that going to be? Managed to run 3 there, looks like. So Arvind gets an early break. Hit in the air, this time to point, and he holds on to it. So 𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗃𝗃 missing out on the last ball, but making amends on this one. There was width on that, but there was too much bounce. Rakesh could not control the bounce. Got the top half of the bat and hit straight to the fielder at point, who held on to a very good catch. 𝗃𝗃𝗹𝗃𝗃 on the scorecard with the first wicket of the day. And Rakesh is dismissed. 2 runs for 5 balls. New batsman coming in. Oh, that was good bowling. Really keeping it tight. Ram, the new batsman out there. 3,400 runs almost at an average of 26 and strike rate of 115. So good batting stats. We're very lucky to survive that first one. That was a good one coming in from the bowler. Beautifully bowled again, well defended. This time on the legs, plays a brilliant stroke. 𝗀𝗏 bat down in time, just met the ball with conviction and gets 4 runs. 4 high quality runs there for the batter. Arvind gets into the act with that boundary and Chaitanya finishes his first over. Slightly expensive, 8 runs, but a very good over because he did manage to pick up that wicket and also bowled a couple of very good balls. Change in bowling. Batsman checking with the umpire if that was wide. The umpire says no. Revanth into the attack. 21 wickets in 19 matches. Economy of 8. So it's a young career for Revanth. He's bowling to Ram at the second. Oh, that's another tight one. A curtailed appeal there from the bowler. Played towards mid wicket. Another single taken. Outside edge that time, but manages to find the gap between the two fielders at third man and point. Ball races all along the ground to the boundary rope. So run finally coming in for final verdict. A fortuitous boundary there, but they won't mind as long as they show up on the scoreboard card. Bowler now asking for the third man to stay back. Score moves on to 20. Beautifully bowled, appeal for leg before. Tight one, the umpire says no. Very interesting call that. To take a look at the replay to figure out where that one was going. I think there may have been an inside edge on that. No, going down leg for sure. Good call from the umpire. Goes after that one, but no connection. The end of the over, very good over that from Revanth as well. His first, is going for 6 runs. Remember, one boundary came out for an outside edge there. It's been good controlled line and length bowling so far from MATHESH and RAMANA. It's 20 for 1 at the end of 4. Ram batting on 6 of 6 and Arvind batting on 12 of 13. Stop that, but the fielder at long off gets around. Cannot stop the second though. So a bonus run being issued in the field there. Tight lines. Arvind wanted to squeeze that half point. Goes after that, managed to get the gap. Fielder at cover, runs, chasing it aggressively. Does he manage to stop that? Yes, in fact the ball stopping on its own. Good, big ground this. So 3s on offer every now and then when you do get the gap. The second time we see the batsman running 3 runs. Credit to final verdict. Oh, that was well bowled. Just going back into the batter. Managed to dish it out. This time wants to get on top of it. There's a slight fumble there. If they never run on a midfield, oh, that was close. Midfield costing them the single, but almost an opportunity there for run out. That's hit in the air. It's on the bounce. We'll take a look at whether or not that was over waist height. Good use of technology there, confirming that that's a no ball. We'll bring the pictures in the live feed as well shortly. So free hit called. The free hit, taking full toll of that, hit over the fielder at cover, 4 runs. It's exactly the kind of release shot that they were looking for. The run rate for the first time in the innings going over 6 runs and over. 32 for 1 at the end of 5. Ram batting on 11 of 9, Arvind 18 of 17. Both batsmen have got going now. Saichand slightly expensive today. 2 overs for 16 runs. Raymond is 1 over for 6. Looks like we have a change in bowling again. Beautifully played. The fielder at point does brilliantly to stop that. Keeps it to a single. Very good work there. Chaitanya Manda. Just a single. Launched into that, rather wanted to launch into that. Just a change of pace from the bowler. Just a single. Beautifully played, but the fielder at third man makes a meal of that once again. Fielder at point does brilliantly. Can't stop the second though. Slightly loose in the field now from MATHESH and RAMANA. And final verdict, you really have to give them credit, because they've made sure. Play towards covers once again. Very good ball that. Almost sneaking through the gap in bat and pad. Lucky Ram to get away with that one. Played over the fielder at mid wicket. That ball is racing away all the way to the boundary rope. Another boundary. The final verdict, firmly in control now at the end of the power play, reaching a score of 41 for 1. Maybe slightly under par in terms of the run scored, but they'll be happy now, just having lost 1 wicket. Managed to get 40 on the board. Both batsmen looking comfortable. Ram batting on 16 of 12 and Arvind batting on 22 of 20. Back into the attack. 𝗬𝗏 starts off with a length ball outside the off stump. Just conceded 2 runs in his first over, 𝗬𝗏. That one keeping slightly low, beating the batsman for pace. This time played in the gap between point and third man. Fielder in the deep, come back for the second run. It's been the feature of this partnership so far, their aggressive running between the wickets. Great testimony to their fitness as well. Arvind takes that second run. Run quite a few 2s today, also a couple of 3s. Player a miss outside the off stump, well kept time by the wicketkeeper. Dot ball. Another play in a miss, but this time the umpire calls it a wide. Stretches his arms. I think the first one for the day. In the gap that time. Goes to 𝘃𝗶𝗃𝗃, coming back for the second. That's a tight run. It's actually poor from the bowler, not in position. He should have been behind the stumps. It's a phenomenal running between the wickets though. The end of the over. 𝗺𝗃 for 1 at the end of 7. Another wide. This time played in the air, straight to the fielder at long on, who holds on to that. Ram dismissed for 16 of 13 balls. And Revanth picks up his first wicket of the day. Very, very important breakthrough that for MATHESH and RAMANA. Very strong partnership. 𝗃𝗲𝗏, the new batsman coming out to the middle, 3,600 runs, average 28. Let's take another look at that on the replay, figure out what happened there. Length ball outside the off stump. Ram wanted to hit that over mid-on rather than go over cover. Got the inside half of the bat and the ball carried to long on, who took a good comfortable catch. Once again, credit to the bowler there. Right line, the right length. Asking the batsman to take a decision and draw off the mistake. Outside half of the bat, just a short third man, no run on offer. Once again down the leg side, another wide. An appeal for caught behind by the bowler. Keeper is not interested. Advances down the pitch, finds the gap, square leg, chasing that, can only retrieve the ball. Another boundary, good aggressive stroke there. 𝗃𝗲𝗏 has just come out in the middle, making his intentions loud and clear. He's not going to just take that calmly. Advances down the pitch and flicks it Calypso style, almost like on one foot, hopping when he hit that. Reminds you of the great Imam al-Haq. The 50 comes up for final verdict with that stroke. 52 for 2 in 7.4 overs. Goes after that in the air. Fielder at cover running behind it. Too far away from him. Once again, they come back for the second run. That's been the feature of this batting innings so far. Phenomenal running between the wickets. What a shot that is. Beautifully hit past the fielder at cover. There was a fielder at long off as well, but he did not have a chance to move. Brilliantly hit. The end of the over. Very good over that for the batting team, although they lost a wicket. But momentum being injected into the innings through that over. 59 for 2 in 8 overs. Sh Reddy has just come out, 10 runs for 5 balls. Arvind 26 of 26, played very steadily, been very aggressive with his running between the wickets so far. Ravant finishes his second over. Now we have a change in bowling, looks like. Slight misfield there by the fielder at cover, fielder at deep cover, runs around. Come back for 2 comfortable runs. Vivek is the new bowler into the attack. 114 wickets at an economy of 8 for Vivek. Oh, that was tight second run. Oh, once again, very good second run. Once again, hit towards the same fielder, but this time too fast or too hard. Just a single on offer. Final verdict, catching up with the run rate now. 7.5 per over. Wanting a change in field, the bowler asking the cover point fielder to move straighter. Open the face of the bat towards point, just a single. Once again finds the gap, beats the fielder at cover on the right, just a single in the deep this time. An overthrow. Fact that is poor work from the wicketkeeper, does not collect that. And once again Arvind has been eager as a hawk all day, managed to take the second run there. So it's really good batting, scoring these runs without taking too many risks. Advances, hits that straight to the fielder at short cover. The end of the 9th, 67 for 2. Coming back again, Chartered Accountants Premier League Season 2 organised by MVL. The title sponsor for the event being legal. Forest Dial for Loans is a co-sponsor. Trellis and GNB associate sponsors, and 𝗨𝗏 a supporting sponsor for the event. Wonderful pictures brought to you courtesy team MVL. Bowler into the attack is Avinash. Punched straight towards long off, just a single. '27 wickets in 64 matches from Avinash, 8.5 runs his economy. Back to the bowler, no run taken. Plain a miss. This time the keeper can't stop that. Ball racing away. Peter Red shot, third man stops that. What's the leg by signal by the umpire? Once again defended back to the bowler. Steals a single with short cover. Outside half of the bat, but lucky. No pace on that, so the ball not carrying the fielder at point. The end of the 10th, 71 for 2 at the halfway point in this innings. Good over there from Avinash, just 3 runs. It's been a good game so far from final verdict. Arvind has batted really well. Captain's knock so far, 34 of 34. Ram played a good hand, 16 of 13. And Srikhar has just come out there and injected a lot of momentum and venom in this innings. 13 runs of 9 balls with 2 boundaries. If the bowling is concerned, Chaitanya Manda picked up a wicket, 2 overs 17 for 1. Revanth has also picked up another, but it's been very expensive, 2 overs 19 for 1. The pick of the bowlers so far, been Narasimha, 2 overs 7 for 1. And Avinash has just bowled his first over, conceded 3 runs. How far does this innings go? Will they get to that score of 150, 160? We'll find out when we resume the action in about 2 minutes' time after the drinks break. second half of the game gets under progress. Looks like it's going to be, starts off outside edge, ball is racing away. Nothing that the fielder at short third man can do about that. It's going too fine. No chance for the wicketkeeper as well. So Dheeraj Reddy comes into the attack. 283 wickets for him. An economy of 7.5. Been a very good bowler. Unfortunately for him today, starts off with a boundary. Arvind on 38 of 35. That time hit towards long off, just a single. In the air, fielder at long on, settling under that, but watch if that sailed past him. Big six that, long way over the fielder. The first six of the innings comes up. The bat of Shikhar Reddy. Very good innings from him so far, 19 of 10 now. Dheeraj being expensive already, 11 runs conceded of the first 3 balls, a boundary and a six. Flick towards mid-wicket. Fielder charges in, but once again, the phenomenal running between the wickets continues. Complete 2 runs. In the air again, fielder at long off. Once again, just watches it sail past him, another six. For what an over this has been for final verdict. Shikhar Reddy racing along now, 27 of 12. Arvind watching patiently from the non-striker's end. That's exactly the kind of support that he needed. Arvind is holding on to this innings. And he's hoping that batsmen who come in and take the attack to the bowling team. Another one that's played in the air, going in the gap though. Straight to the fielder at square leg. Come back once again for the second. Aggressive batting. End of the over. 92 for 2. Run rate for the first time moves over 8 runs. 8.36 an over now. Very productive over that. "21 runs coming off the 11th over. Exactly the kind of start that final verdict would have hoped for the second part of this innings. Outside half of the bat, luckily for the bowler, the batter rather, the ball bounces on its way to the fielder in the deep. Just a single. Avinash is going for 3 runs in his first over. His captain will be hoping that he can bring back some control. 21 runs is the last over, remember. The destroyer in chief so far have been Shikhar. Gets a wide. Rattle the bowling lineup for sure. Slight misfield there from the fielder at short cover, just a single. Straight to point. No run on offer. In the block hole, well played again by Arvind. Wonderful running by Arvind. Beautifully hit towards covers. Just a single. Played towards cover, just a single. The end of the 12th, 98 for 2. Good over there from Avinash. 6-run forfeit. Interesting to see who comes back into the attack. Will 𝗃𝗃𝗃 get another opportunity after going for 21 in his last over? 𝗬𝗏 into the attack, 2/7. Starts off with one that goes down the leg. Phenomenally well fielded there. That was 4 runs all the way. A full stretch dive by the fielder. It's worth taking another look. See, the ball was racing away, dived full length, kept it down to a single. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 back on strike. What a strike rate from him today, 206, just 15 balls for 31 so far. It's been the game changer for final verdict so far. He goes after that again. I think he found the gap between long on and mid wicket. 4 more runs. The kind of day that 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 is having, anything he touches turns to gold. Advances out, hits the gap. Beautifully played, whipped off his legs. Few bounces and then over the boundary rope. Punch that. The fielder at long off, just a single. Playing a miss outside the off stump. Good comeback from Arvind. 43 or 42 from Arvind. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 has come back well. 6 runs so far of his 4 balls. Beautifully played again. Look at that aggression between the wickets. Phenomenal running once again. Comes back, completes the second. They look for the third. No, they are not interested. 45 or 43 from Arvind without playing any big strokes. This is a masterpiece of an innings from him. Exercised so much control, shown so much restraint. He's not played any ugly looking strokes today. Been controlled. He still managed to go at a strike rate of over 100. Play and a miss that time. Commentator's curse. The end of the 13th, 106 for 2, 8.15 runs and over. Arvind 45 of 44 and 𝘃𝗃𝗏 36 of 17. Fourteenth over about to get underway. Beautifully played. Just got enough bat on that. 4 runs all the way. Phenomenal batting again from 𝘃𝗃𝗏. Takes a lot of skill to hit that ball in that region. That was not an edge. Controlled that stroke. Perfectly executed. Fine leg glance. Avinash back into the attack, greeted by a boundary. That powerfully straight towards long on, just a single that occasion. Played towards point once again. Arvind is happy with a single, doesn't want anything big. Just playing everything to the merit of the ball. Goes big again. Fielder at mid-wicket, fiddles under that, and he holds on to it. What a good catch that is. Phenomenal innings from 𝘃𝗃𝗏 comes to an end. 41 runs of 20 balls. Needed a very good catch at mid-wicket to end that innings from him. Avinash comes back into the attack, picks up the wicket that his captain really wanted. What a blitzkrieg knock that was though from 𝘃𝗃𝗏. 𝘃𝗃𝗍 41 runs of 20 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes. Striking at well over 200. Brings in the next batsman Srinivas. 1680 runs, average 13, strike rate 93. What a knock that was from 𝘃𝗃𝗏. Getting a warm applause from the pavilion once he goes back. So great to watch innings that. Caught by Revanth on the boundary rope. What a good catch that was. Let's take another look at the replay. Played an attacking stroke in the mid-wicket region, got very good connection. You can see Revanth ran across, managed to hold on to that. What a good catch. Avinash celebrates his first wicket.
Inside edge to start off. Lucky there. Very, very lucky. 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏 gets away with that. Off the mark of the first ball with an inside edge. They call it the classic French cut. It's called the French cut. Base is the geometry of that stroke. It's the inside edge and just goes between the gap between the keeper and fine leg. Single towards point. The end of the 14th over. Arvind will retain strike. He's batting on 47. Just one hit away from what would be a very, very good half century for him. Successful over from Avinash comes to an end. Keeper coming up. Perhaps we have a spinner operating now. Asking the fielder at mid-wicket to go back. Square leg asked to go back as well. So mid-wicket, square leg, long on, long off in deep cover. Over the 4 fielders, 5 fielders outside. Don't think he hit that well. Luckily for him, he hit that too poorly. Few bounces on its way to the long on fielder. Just a single for Arvind. 48 or 47 for Arvind. Oh, very lucky again to get away with that. That one keeping a tad bit low. Third umpire wants to take a look at where that ball had pitched for the second time. Crease. Interesting delivery that from Vivek, just bouncing for the second time inside the crease. The umpire confirming that that's okay. Punch this time of the back foot towards deep cover, just a single. Down the leg that time, the keeper can't get around. Fielder at fine leg, running, chasing that. Does really well to stop that. Keeps it down to 2. Puts that in the gap towards deep cover, just a single. Appeal for, and the umpire raises his finger. So Srinivas's innings comes to an early end. 2 runs for 4 balls. Phanindra, the new batsman walking in, looks like a very strong person. Average of 13, strike rate of about 120. Phanindra Waka, definitely somebody who works out. You can see that in physical stature. Vivek picks up his first wicket. Fanindra dot ball, first one, 2 dots. The end of the 15th over, 120 for 4. Exactly 8 runs in over at the moment. Chartered Accountants Premier League Season 2 brought to you by MVL Broadcasting and Production, bringing you all of these beautiful pictures, camera work, title sponsor being legal, co-sponsor 4F 𝗙𝗏 loans, and that a very good stroke from Arvind towards short third man, and he does manage to steal the second, brings up his 50 up for Arvind. What a good knock this has been from him so far. 51 of 49. Don't think his team has recognized that yet. Ramstad, keeper running back. Unfortunately for the bowling team, the keeper could not get his arms to that. It was definitely a catching opportunity. Take another look at the replay to figure out how close that was. Ball's in the air, just a yard too far. Maybe the dive from the keeper would have got him there. Four runs of the first 2 balls for Arvind. Advances, it's that beautifully, fielder in the deep, can only watch that ball go past. For Arvind now, taking the aggressive route against Avinash. Avinash bowling his last over of the day. Been expensive this over. 8 runs of the first 3 balls. Looking to come back. Goes after that. Beautifully hit. Fielder in the deep, runs around. Does really well to stop that. It's beautiful fielding from Revant in the deep at mid wicket. Keeps that down to 2. Passionate chase there from Revant, keeps it down to 2 runs. 5th ball of the over. Arvind is happy to take a single, bring Fanindra back on strike. Basically asking him to play this one like a free hit, so that he can retain strike the next over. Appeal for leg before, umpire says no, just a leg by. The end of the 16th, the score moves on to 132 for 4. Once again, 2 runs taken there. Hit towards cover. Once again a misfield there, but this time Ърvin says no. Short third man, another single that's stolen. Ърvin now going into 60s. Leg by signal by the umpire there. 60 of 54 for Ърvin. Phanindra 3 of 4 have just come in and joined. Still in the air, that's not well hit. Landing where the conventional mid-on fielder would have been, just a single. 𝗙𝗏𝗡 hits that powerfully. Straight past, back the bowler, between the gap. Umpire wants to take another look to check whether the keeper's gloves had impeded the stumps. This time he's got in a top edge, but I think it'll land safely again. Another couple for Ърvin. Phenomenal batting display this has been from Ърvin. He's upped the ante when his team needed it. 3 overs for Vivek now for 26. The run rate has climbed up to 8.5, 145 for 4 and 17. Well on their way to about 170, which will be a phenomenal achievement if they get there. Remember, they were 71 for 4 in 10 overs. Already managed to score 74 runs in the next 7. Almost going at 11 runs and over in the last 7 overs. Played towards covers, just a single. Beaten outside the off stump. Good pace from Chaitanya. Hits that powerfully once again. Fielder at long on. Just watch if it sail over his head. What a good shot that is from Ърvin. 72 of 58 now. '74 of 58 from Ърvin. What a good batting innings this has become from him now. Goes after that again. Over the fielder at cover. Fielder in the deep, runs around, only to pick up the ball over the boundary rope. Wow. 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗏 Ърvin. What a knock. 78 of 59 now. He has every shot in the book. He kept his composure and his temperament the first half of the innings. Appeal for caught behind there. Umpire says no. Trying to improvise there, Arvind. Getting onto his haunches, trying to head that ball over the keeper's head. The keeper did manage to hold on to that, so that was good wicket keeping there. This time punched off the front foot, fielder in the deep at cover. Keeps it down to a single. The end of the 18th over, 157 for 4. Arvind batting really well now, 79 of 61. Fanindrav's just joined him, 5 for 6. Chaitanya finishes his third over, 29 runs conceded so far, picked up a wicket. Looks like 𝗬𝗃𝗵𝗵 is coming back into the attack. He's bowled 3 overs for 15 runs. Been very economic today. Remember, final verdict going at 8.72 at the moment. So within that, he's just managed to concede 5 runs in over. Fielder at fine leg did not move. 4 runs all the way. Take a look at that replay again. Wonderful stroke from Arvind. Powerfully hit towards point, just a single. Arvind disappointed. Perhaps wanted more there. That in the air. Fielder at long off. Can't catch that. An opportunity for Shaw, but he can't hold on. 4 runs for Arvind. Moves on to 88 now, just 12 runs away from what would be a sparkling century. 12 runs rather, just 12 away, 2 hits away. Outside half of the bat, just a single. The end of the 19th, 168 for 4. Hit that straight to point, and Arvind's innings comes to an end. A disappointing finish to a fabulous knock from him. 89 runs scored of 66 balls. What an innings from Arvind. Chaitanya had floated that outside the off stump, kept it full. Arvind flashed, The ball went straight to the fielder at point, who did not have to move a centimeter. Beautiful knock from the captain, single-handedly taking them to that score of 165. Suresh, the new batter, walking out there. Almost 2,000 runs at an average of 25 and a strike rate of 115 from Suresh. Playing a miss outside the off stump. Going towards long off, the fielder running around. Oh, he's made a meal of that. It's poor fielding with 4 runs for final verdict. 173 on the board now. Already scored 102 runs in the last 58 balls. Fanindra, 10 of 9. That first boundary. Outside of the bat, fielder at short third man managed to stop that. A misfield there from the fielder at square leg. Think they'll come back for the third? Yes, they will. So 2 bonus runs added. Revanth does the backing up all the way from mid-wicket. The end of the 20th over, 177 for 5. What a phenomenal score for final verdict. Remember, there were 71 at the end of the first 10. They've managed to score 106 runs in the next 10 overs, courtesy that brilliant innings from Arvind. 89 runs scored of 66 balls. He was supported very well by Shrikar in the middle. Shrikar 41 of 20. Injected that venom into the innings, injected that dose of aggression. And Mathesh and Ramana had no idea what had hit them. As far as the bowling is concerned, Narasimha had a good day, 4 overs 26, but did not get a wicket. Sai Chand 2 overs for 16. Chaitanya Manda, more successful bowler, picked up 2 wickets but conceded 9.5. 38 runs of his 4 overs. Revanth going for 19 of his 2. Vivek going for 26 of his 1 of his 3 overs. Avinash 4 overs 28 for 1 was the other pick of the bowlers. And Dheeraj Reddy had an ordinary day, just 1 over for 21 runs from him. So at the end of the first innings, 177 on the board. Whether or not that is enough, we'll find out when we join you with the action in about 5 minutes' time. Do join us back. Start of the second innings with a single towards the offside, chasing a score of 178. MATHESH and RAMANA. Avinash and Mahesh Yadav opening the batting for them. Mahesh Yadav 900 runs, average of 17, strike rate 110, and Avinash 868 runs, average of 17, strike rate of 138. Both very similar players. 𝗬𝗏 with the ball in hand, 190 wickets already, economy of 7. Batsman looking for a wide, umpire says no. Advances, launches that over the bowler's head. The ball pierces the gap between long on and long off. What a good shot that is. Early on in the innings from Avinash. Imposes himself and gets the first boundary of the innings versus 𝗬𝗏. Brilliantly bowled that. Batsman had no response. Ball came in. He almost looked to offer no shot to that. So 𝗬𝗏, after advancing and hitting a boundary of the previous ball, this time found himself lacking. Could not believe it when the finger from the umpire went up. We'll take a look at the replay to figure out what exactly happened there. That was straight in line with the stumps. Too late, brings his bat down. Another look front on. Straight into the stumps. Foot was planted exactly in front of off stump. Really dead there. Dead as a duck, as you would say. So 5 for 1. The first 5 balls, and early success there. And he's gone. First ball. Phenomenal lift from 𝗬𝗏, just targeting the stump, phoning it in. And Sai Chand, who comes out to bat with every acclaim, 3,700 runs, average of almost 19, have to go back first ball.
That means Suresh, when he bowls next, will be on a hat-trick. What an early setback this is for MATHESH and RAMANA. 2 early wickets in the first over, 5 for 2. And MATHESH and RAMANA are really reeling now. Final verdict, well on top, right in the first over of the second innings. Really need a partnership now. We'll see whether or not they manage to get one. Kaushik, the new batsman, out in the middle, average of 22. Vishwanath Anand, the new bowler, into the attack, 253 matches for 283 wickets. Phenomenal record. Really struggling right now, MATHESH and RAMANA. They need a partnership. Starts off with a punch off the front foot, going towards the cover region. Misfield there by the fielder in the circle. They come back for the third. Yes, they do. Be a tight run. No, they finish it comfortably. That's a good start to the innings from Mahesh Yadav. Kaushik on strike for the first time today now. Another fumble, concedes a single at square leg. Racing towards fine leg boundary. That reaches the rope. Lucky or not, it gets the result that he wanted. Inside half of the bat. Almost between his feet and all the way to the boundary rope. 13 of 2. Mathesh and Ramana exactly of 13 balls. Kaushik 1 of 3. Mahesh 8 of 5. Suresh has picked up 2 wickets in the first over. Just missed out on a hat-trick there. Driven this time with extra cover. No run on offer. Punch from the crease towards mid wicket. Arvind runs in. Can't stop the single though. Went big, no connection, just a leg by. Driven this time, straight towards short cover, no run on offer. Not just that, doesn't get the gap, just a single to point. 16 for 2 at the end of the third over. Mathesh and Ramana are really trying to build a partnership now. Dot ball to start the fourth. Advances, hits it aggressively in the gap between mid wicket and long on. The fielder at long on makes a meal of that. 4 runs conceded. Straightforward fielding effort, but just the aggression between the wickets costing them that boundary there. Played on the offside that time, not with conviction, just a single again. Hit powerfully, but straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. No run on offer. Straight towards cover, just a single. Run up abandoned. Batsman not happy with some movement happening behind the bowler. End of the 4th over, 23 for 2. Mahesh batting on 9 of 8 and Kaushik on 9 of 11. Nudged towards mid-wicket again, just a single again. Playing some steady batting now from Mathesh and Ramana. Mahesh and Kaushik playing a little sensibly now. 𝗃𝗏𝗄𝗏, the new bowler, into the attack. Punch this time, straight to the fielder at cover. 95 wickets in 95 games for Harish. Economy of 7.5. Hit powerfully, beats the fielder at cover. The fielder at mid-off runs around but can't stop that. Good effort from that fielder there. Tried really hard, but could not stop that. Anand giving the chase. In the end, the ball winning. I think that was too far wide. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. Yes, wide call by the umpire. The keeper lets that one go as well, so 2 runs added. Fortunately, could not get bad on that. Just a leg by towards fine leg. The umpire confirms that that's a leg by.
Well played there towards the fielder at mid wicket, just a single. Advances, hits it powerfully, fielder at long on, runs for round, but gives up in the end. 4 more runs. It's a good comeback now in the game from Kaushik and Mahesh. Both batting on 14 runs. Kaushik 14 of 14, Mahesh 14 of 11. 36 for 2 at the end of the first 5 overs. Last over of the power play. Picks up a wicket off his first ball. The batsman can't believe it. He's managed to hit that straight to the fielder at short cover. Did not have to move a muscle. The simplest of wickets. And funny, showing why he's picked up over 300 wickets in 200 games. He's coming in, landing it on a length, getting the ball to go away from the batter. Just punches it back to that fielder. Easiest of catches. And the third wicket goes down. 𝗃𝗃𝗃, the new batter. 8,000 runs at an average of 32 and a strike rate of over 150. So Mathesh and Ramana holding on to their weapons. And another one goes begging! 2 and 2! Wow! Gone for not 𝗃𝗃𝗃. For the room, had width, but managed to hit it straight to the fielder at point. Well positioned fielder there by Funny, who holds on to a very sharp chance. Slight fumble there by the fielder, but all's well that ends well. And Mathesh and Ramana really reeling now. 4 down for 36. A golden duck for the second time in this innings. Let's take a look again at the replay. Sure, it was wide. hit it well, but hit it straight to the fielder, to his right, fumbles and then manages to hold on. Sharp catch by Ranjit, and Dheeraj has to go. That just keeps getting worse for MATHESH and RAMANA. Bhaskar, the new batter, 1700 runs, average 15, strike rate 95. Really needing another partnership now. Funny on a hat-trick. Oh, an outside edge. But nobody there to grab that chance in the gap between slip and short third. What a spell this has been from Funny. Just 3 balls into the attack. So much action. 2 runs on that occasion. Defended off the front foot. In the gap between long on and mid wicket, will they come back for the second? Yes, they do. Six overs gone, 42 for 4. Bhaskar batting on 4 of 3. Kaushik 14 of 15. What a good over we've seen from Funny. 2 wickets picked in the first. Looks like it's going to be 𝗪𝗓𝗄 to continue. Beautifully struck off his pads in the deep to the fielder at mid wicket, just a single. Played back to the bowler, no run on offer. Outside off the bat, fielder circling under it. Oh, he bobs that one out. So Kaushik gets his surf life. Fielder there at cover got under that, but that one just hit his hands hard and popped out. Take a look at that other replay.
That past the bowler, just a single too long on. Goes after that one in the air, but a couple of bounces to the fielder in the deep at cover, just a single. We're already seeing the difference in the running between the wickets between both teams. MATHESH and RAMANA getting singles. We saw in the first half final verdict, were able to convert these into 2s and 3s. So aggressive running between the wickets, especially by the captain 𝗷𝗏𝗏. In the air again. Fielder at cover, this time holds on to it. Number 5 goes down and Bhaskar is dismissed. Falling like a pack of cards now, MATHESH and RAMANA. Wicket almost every over, 5 down for 46 and 7. And Harish picks up his first wicket, 2 overs, 16 for 1. Must say things going from bad to worse now. Really in dire need of a partnership. They're running out of chances, running out of lives. Just flayed across the line, fielder ran back, stretched his arms and accepted that gleefully. Not the easiest of catches, that one. So credit where due. Akash takes up a good catch to end Bhaskar's innings. 𝗬𝗁, the new batsman out there, 1200 runs, 38 his average, 119 strike rate. Those are really good stats. Scored 33 in his last innings. His team really needs a big innings from him here. Sweeps it off the front foot. What a good shot to start his innings. In fact, that's Kaushik. So he's continuing on his merry way. 50 up for MATHESH and RAMANA with that. 50 of 7.1. Really, in terms of run rate, I think they're doing okay. This is round about the place that final verdict where at this point in time. 7 overs for 50 runs. But they've lost too many wickets, 5 wickets down. That shows you the value of the innings that their captain 𝗷𝗏𝗏 played. Just kept holding one end together for the team. That brings a change in field. Fine leg moves towards square leg. Here once again towards mid wicket this time. Just a single. Attacking field here for funny. Have a flip. Short cover in position to catching men. Gully is also in an aggressive catching position. Inside of the bat. Single towards long off. Advances, takes it on the full. Luckily for him, did not hit that too well. Couple of bounces to the fielder, just a single. Appeal for leg before, but that one definitely pitching outside leg. In fact, no appeal there from the bowler. Just a few noises from the field. Last ball of the 8th coming up now.
Lost it towards the fielder at long off. Are they going to come back for the second? Yes, they do. Once again, that's good aggressive running between the wickets. 55 for 5 at the end of 8. Kaushik looking good now, 22 of 21. 𝘊𝚹 3 of 3. Funny. 15 runs now with 2 overs and 2 wickets. Akash, the new bowler, coming into the attack. 148 wickets in 130 games for him. Really good stats for Akash as well. Beautifully hit in the gap between 2 fielders there, square leg and mid wicket. Neither of them could get that. What a good stroke that was from Kaushik. Looks really strong in that area. That's a second boundary from memory in that location. Gets on top of that. Hit that in the air on purpose because he knew that he had picked the gap. Wonderful batting from Kaushik. Need a lot more of this. Advances, it's that over cover, fielder in the deep running in. And he holds on to it, but that's another one gone. MATHESH and RAMANA just disintegrating here. Got the early boundary, perhaps there was no need for that stroke. But Akash picks up his first wicket and Kaushik has to go back. Good catch from Suresh. Came in running from the cover boundary and held on to what was relatively a straightforward catch. So Kaushik is gone for 26 of 23. And MATHESH and RAMANA really reeling now, 59 for 6. Manoj, the new batsman, out in the middle. Almost 3,000 runs at an average of 35 and a strike rate of 125. Got out for not in his last game, so it'll be interesting to see what confidence he's batting with today. And there you go, an appeal first ball. Luckily the umpire says no. Akash, hands on his head. He almost thought that he had his man there. Manoj lucky to get away with that. Lunges forward, hits that to short cover. Leaves that one from the crease towards mid wicket, just a single. Punches that back to the bowler, 𝘊𝚹. The end of the 9th, 60 for 6. Ranjit, the new bowler, 26 wickets in 29 games, economy of 8. It's a perfect opportunity for final verdict to give some opportunities to team members, test out their strength. They are so far ahead in the game at the moment. That time, cut off the back foot. Ball not timed very well, so just a couple of runs towards deep cover. Driven, but straight to the fielder at point. Punch back to the bowler. Punched. Again back to the bowler. No run. Played off the back foot towards long on, just a single. Driven this time, fielder at short cover, can't stop that, long off runs around. 2 runs taken. The end of the 10th, 65 for 6, MATHESH and RAMANA. Halfway point in the second half of this innings, in the last quarter of this match. 113 runs more needed by MATHESH and RAMANA to win this. And must say that final verdict have the upper hand here. They look comfortable unless we see a dramatic innings from one of these two batters, 𝗪cie or 𝗪𝗪𝗔. So far, the ball in hand, we've seen some good performances. Live action back. Funny, looks like with the ball in hand. Nope, that's not funny. We have Akash into the attack. Picked up a wicket in his first over. Play it off the patch towards square leg. Just a single. Hits that in the deep towards deep cover. Just a single. Not timed well. Just a single towards long on. Off the back foot, hit that towards long on. Casually the fielder collects that, keeps it down to a single. Off the back foot again, once again to long on for a single. {11 | 11} overs gone, 70 for 6. Ranjit continues from the other end. Starts off with the dot ball. Not giving anything the batsman to work with. No pace on the ball. Hits it back to the bowler. Manoj 7 of 14. So take a look the umpire where the keeper's gloves are positioned. Top edge. Let's hurry with that. Back comes back for the second run. It's in the air, straight to the fielder at long off, who parries it over the rope. Concedes 6 where there should have been a wicket. But Manoj will be happy. Finally gets one. NF arc, launches into that, hits that straight to the fielder, on the boundary rope, makes a mistake. In fact, he was somewhere inside the rope, did have an opportunity to go back if he wanted. A mistake there by the fielder, concedes 6. Time hit in the gap, once again the fielder at point, makes a fumble, lets that one pass. So 10 runs of 2 balls, exactly the kind of over that MATHESH and Ramana needed. Manoj moves on to 19 of 17. Last ball. Fire it in. Dot ball to end the over. 12 overs gone, 82 for 6. Punched off the back foot, fielder in the deep at mid wicket, does the clean-up job, just a single. Launched it in the air over the fielder at cover. The ball is racing in the deep. Another boundary. So 𝘬cie now gets into the act. Gets his first boundary of the innings. MATHESH and Ramana need 90 runs for 45 balls, exactly 12 runs and over. Maybe there's something about the ball. Perhaps it gets easier once the ball gets older. Advances, hits it hard. Once again, between the two fielders in the deep, long off and cover. They come together but can't stop that. Wonderful stroke from 𝘬cie. 92. '92 for 6. 𝘬cie 16 of 10 and Kasu Manoj 20 of 19. Driven. Single towards long off. Short ball hit powerfully in the air and it settles under that, takes a good comfortable catch. Against the run of play, Manoj plays a poor shot to lose his wicket. Umpire wants to take another look just to confirm that that was not a no ball. Take a look at the replay. The batsman there gets a reprieve. The pitcher is clearly confirming that the ball was over waist-height comfortably. The batsman was pretty happy to go, but the umpire has confirmed that that was a no ball. Now, no timing on that, just a single towards mid-wicket again. The end of the 13th over, 95 for 6. So lucky escape that over for Manoj. Ranjit back into the attack, bowling his third over. Went for 12 runs in his last over. In the air, over the fielder at cover. The ball is racing away. Fielded in the deep. Keeps it down to 2 runs. That's good fielding by the fielder at long off. Straight to the fielder at cover. No run. 81 needed from 39 now. Open the face of the bat, played it towards deep cover. Just a single. Beat the fielder at short third man. 4 runs all the way. Tried to hit that on the leg side. No connection. The end of the 14th, 102 for 6. 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗲 batting on 21 of 13. Kasu Manoj 24 of 25. Semblance of a partnership now between both these players. They've managed to put together 43 runs of 35 balls. In a way, they've rescued MATHESH and RAMANA from a very dire state. Kasu Manoj 24-25, 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 21 of 13. Once again, we welcome you to the Chartered Accountants Premier League Season 2, brought to you by MBL. Fielder in the deep, makes another mistake, lets that one go through. 4 more runs to Kasu Manoj. He's having a lucky day today, Kasu Manoj. He's had a few missed fields of his batting so far. MATHESH and RAMANA will hope that he can continue being out there for some time. 72 runs needed of 35 balls. This time off the back foot, once again played in the air, straight to the fielder. No chance of being rescued this time. Played that stroke 2 times, got the wrong outcome both times. Picked up the fielder. He was rescued by a no ball last time, but this time the ball bounced on its way, so there's no hope of getting away with that. Fielder in the deep takes a good catch, and Kafu Manoj's innings comes to an end. It's caught by 𝗃𝗄𝗃𝗲 in the deep. Chaitanya Manda, the new batsman out there. 155 matches for almost 1,000 runs, average of 13.5, strike rate 111. Hit once again towards the same fielder in the deep on the bounce, just a single. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Reddy is into the wickets now. Remember that fabulous innings that he played with the bat. Made a difference to his team for sure. Now he also has a wicket to show for his efforts with the ball. Cut, straight to point, just a single. It's that straight towards long on, just a single. Beautifully hit that. Wonderful stroke from Shashi. Taking advantage of that poor ball. Was short on the legs and got the treatment that it deserved. Comfortably hit over the fielder at short fine leg for 4 valuable runs for MATHESH and RAMANA. They move on to 113 for 7 now. They need 65 in 30 balls. 𝗃65 needed of 30. Final verdict definitely have the upper hand at the moment with only 3 wickets left for the batting team. Can 𝗀𝗃 and Chaitanya pull the rabbit out of the hat? We'll find out. Just 5 overs left in this game. Play and a miss outside the off stump. Another play, another miss, but this time the umpire says it's too far away. Call for the wide. Two fielders in the deep on the leg side, mid wicket and long on. Outside half of the bat, just a single to point. Good running by the non-striker there, 𝘊𝚹. Gets on strike. Remember, Suresh picked up 2 wickets in his first over, back-to-back, was on a hat-trick. Bowling really tightly today, just 9 runs conceded in 2.2 overs so far. 2 wickets picked. Punched off the front foot, between long on and cover, but just a single. Another wide, bowler not happy with that. Complaining to the umpire. I was within the tram lines there. The umpire adamant that that was wide. Gets an inside edge on that, just a single to square leg. Taken on the full, hit straight to the fielder and deep cover, just a single for 𝘊𝚹. That's well hit again. No fielder there, and even if they were off, it would not have mattered. Long way over the boundary rope for a comfortable 6. 125 for 7, courtesy that wonderful 6 from Chaitanya Manda. They now need 53 in 24 balls. Still have some fight left in them. MATHESH and RAMANA going over the 120 mark with that 6. A really poor ball to end that last over from Suresh, ruining his own stats. 19 of 3 overs now. 𝗀𝗏 comes back into the attack, 2 wickets in his first over as well. Starts off with a foolish ball on leg stump, that's played towards long on for a single. Wide call by the umpire down the leg side, wanting to spin that from outside leg. Not enough spin on that. Chaitanya will be disappointed with that though. If any bat on that would have meant a boundary. Just one fielder at position between fine leg and square leg. Inside half, that's enough I think for a single. Really interesting field actually this, because they have a very fine leg and also a very fine square leg. Unusual field for a left armer. Ball spinning away. They're in the gap between cover and long off again. They'll have to stay comfortable with a single. Reverse sweep. Interesting stroke that. And in the end, just a single. No, they come back for the second. Good running between the wickets there by the batters. Chaitanya showing some urgency. Completing the second run. 47 needed now of 20 balls. Once again, a little bit on the pads. Chaitanya can't get bad on it. Another short appeal for leg before there. But pitching outside leg stump for sure. For the end of the 17th, 131 for 7. Funny. Concedes a few runs that over. 3 overs 21 for 2 for him. Suresh 3 overs 19 for 2. Just 3 overs left in this innings. I'm sure both of them will bowl out 1 over each. Interesting to see who bowls the 18th. 47 runs needed of 18 balls. We hope that you're enjoying the pictures that are brought to you courtesy Team MVL. This is Idris, your commentator for the day. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the coverage that we are providing to you. The Chartered Accountants Premier League Season 2. Under progress. 3 overs away from the result of the first match. Managed to find the gap again, 𝘊𝚱. He's having a good day with the bat. Struck that very well. Picked the gap with perfection between long off and cover for another boundary. Few bounces on its way. Short ball off the back foot, punch towards long on. Happy with a single that time. Little red square leg goes back. Outside out of the bat, I think that's enough on it. Beats the fielder at short third man, runs all along the boundary rope. Another 4 for Chaitanya Manda. He's got his innings going now. 17 of 11, 140 for 7. 38 now needed of 15. Do they have some sting left in the tail? Mathesh and Ramana, this partnership now 34 of 19 balls. Really rekindled some hope for Mathesh and Ramana now. Inside half of the bat. No ball. I'm not sure whether that was called a no ball by the umpire. No, doesn't look like. I'm imagining things. This time hit in the air. No timing on that. Just a single too long off. Wide call by the umpire, and good running between the wickets there by the two batters. Hit that in the deep towards deep cover, deep point. .33 runs needed in 11 balls, 3 runs per ball. Funny bowling his last over, 2 wickets for 21 so far. Change in field for 𝗀𝗃. Square leg comes in. Deep point stays back. Bye signaled by the umpire. Perhaps a stumping opportunity there, but the keeper not able to collect it cleanly. Take another look just to check. Bye signaled by the umpire. Yes, an opportunity for sure, but the keeper not able to collect that ball. Hit straight towards long on. Who holds on to that. The end of the innings for 𝗀𝗃. And Funny picks up his 3rd wicket. Good running catch there in the deep at long on. And 𝗀𝗃 has to go after playing a very good innings of 35 runs for 24 balls. Maybe with that, MATHESH and RAMANA lose any hope of winning this game. I'm not sure what happens next. But MATHESH and RAMANA have managed to put on a good score. They put on a competing score for themselves. 147 for 8 now, 18.3. Rakesh Reddy has completed 150 career catches. Congratulations to him for that. 𝗬𝗏𝗃, the new batsman out there. 74 runs, average of 19, strike rate of 108. Overthrows coming in from the deep for 3 runs added to the score for 𝗬𝗏𝗃 off his very first ball. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗵𝗃 comes up for MATHESH and RAMANA, courtesy those 3 runs. 150 for rate of 18.5. Last ball of the 19th over about to come up. Played a miss, field for stumping. Batsman had a foot grounded all along. The end of the 19th over. So MATHESH and RAMANA need 28 runs of the last over to win this game. 27 will mean that we have a tie. 26 is enough for the final verdict to take this game and continue to stay on top of the table. 𝗪𝗏𝗏 comes back into the attack to bowl this last over. 162 wickets for him of 170 matches. In fact, this is his first over for the day. He did not need his services today. Advances, hits it straight towards long on. Few bounces, just a single. 𝗬𝗏𝗏 has come out, looked aggressive and positive. 4 runs of the first 2 balls that he's played. 27 needed of 5 now, at least 4 sixes needed. It's it. Where did that one go? Nowhere. Hit that one really, really well again. 4 runs towards long off. Advances, hits that in the air, on the bounce to long off, just a single. So with that, any hopes of winning this game have dissipated for MATHESH and RAMANA. They've put up a good show though, managed to get some runs on the board. Run rate is definitely something that is of consideration. Single again towards point. So 𝗬𝗏𝗏 is done for the day. And Chaitanya Amanda will play out the last ball of this match. Go for it, no connection, appeal for stumping. The batsman comfortably in. The end of the 20th, 157 for 8. The player of the match, 𝗪𝗏𝗏, for that fantastic effort of 89 of 66 balls. What a performance we saw from him off the bat today. A few mentions today from MATHESH and RAMANA. Kaushik batting well for 26 of 23. 𝗀𝗏𝗏 35 of 24. 𝗂𝗏𝗏 28 of 27. And Chaitanya 25 of 21. A few flourishes towards the later half of that innings. As far as the bowlers are concerned, Funny of the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs 25 for 3. Suresh 3 overs 19 for 2. Harish picked up a wicket, so did 𝘃𝗃𝗃. Good performance all round by final verdict, especially from the captain 𝗪𝗏𝗏 and 𝘃𝗃𝗃. Got them to 41 of 20. We hope that you enjoyed this game. Join us shortly as we get into match 2 of the Chartered Accountants Premier League Season 2. This is Idris on behalf of Team MVL signing off.